out of there.
Hey, listen, man, there's still some arguments to be made. I don't think that because he made it like that and it's expected to do it. I think, are you saying that it's a dumb plan? Is that what is inherent in there? That it was a dumb plan? God wouldn't do that?
Well, God he's either not all knowing,
Mm-hmm.
or and all powerful, or or everything is as he wants it to be. There's no paradigm in which God is all powerful, all knowing, and the devil is responsible for things.
You're right. God all knowing, but he'd create the devil to do those things. He create another character in the so and so, but he's still responsible. There's another character in the novel.
Right. So then that would mean God does actually want sin, and exactly this amount of sin that we have, because he made us. He made the whole thing.
I get it. I don't know if that would mean he wants sin. Maybe he allows it to build the fire in us, type of shit.
But it's necessary. That's why you would have to say he wants it because it's necessary, right? In order for God,
yes,
is that people say God is good. In order for God to be good, evil has to exist.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Or there would be no template for good.
I would agree. And therefore, evil, you might have to rename it, because evil may be your biggest asset, your biggest teacher when all is done. You may look at evil differently at some point. Just saying.
I mean, I think that anecdotally, all of us can say that we've learned and grown more through the evilest times of our lives than through the good ones.
That's a fact, though, right? That's actually a good argument that I've heard other people make, right? Is that it's the fire that actually molds you.
Okay.
Right? But at the same time, though, I've gotten a lot of head in my life, and I gotta tell you.
Me too, Joe. I got a really bad white chick, Joe. What?
Just gotta tell you, it's very inspirational, is all I'm saying. It has also made me want to be better and do better in life.
Too soon for me.
But you got to think about where it came from. You got to think about where it came from, though, Beans. It came from suffering from not getting hit. So now when you get it, so that would have been the evil part. So now you getting it is all God's plan. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Let me ask y'all this though, right? So I know Flo. I think Flo, you said you only watched a few minutes of the debate, right? So
yeah, it was. Well, I came in right as Grid won, and was saying that the only place that there's slavery is in today is in the Muslim world. Now, and that instantly kind of sent me spiraling, because China, like that was just such, like, the judge intervened and put forth a fact that was clearly unfactual,
right?
And it didn't get challenged, and like my head just kind of popped, so I stopped it, and then I made a little quick response thing that's unlisted yet. But he's wrong, because the biggest forced labor in the world is China, the Uyghurs.
What about the little kids in that mine that's
fuck those kids
over there? Yeah, but
this guy. He worse than me. I say fuck the privileged kids. He said fuck the unprivileged.
I don't even know what kids you're talking about, but fuck them. I'm talking about
shit like that,
you know.
But no, but here's the thing though. So I thought about that, right? Because there's slavery in Africa too, and I don't think them places are Muslim at all. I think the fucking places are absolutely Christians, but that's neither here nor there. I couldn't prove it, so I didn't want to look it up. I didn't want to waste my time with it. But this is the thing. So even if I concede that, the problem is that you're triggered by the slavery part. I have to say this, okay? Dear white people, listen, man. Y'all have done a lot for us. Look, it was that one song, "Don't You Want Me, Baby?" Right? Y'all did that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, y'all gave Flavor TV show. You know what I'm saying?
And the clock.
It's a lot of stuff y'all have done. Y'all gotta let this slavery shit go, bro. It's an L y'all just gotta hold. Okay, every time it's mentioned, y'all get defensive. You have to stop this.
Oh, not that slavery. Oh, yeah, every time.
I'm a white Nazi. I don't care about the slavery thing.
Wait, listen. Grid is a fucking millionaire. And this shit still had him triggered. Nigga, I wouldn't give a, if I was a millionaire, I wouldn't give a fuck about slavery, nigga. What you talking about?
Right.
Like slavery. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of my face. Like, come on, bro. This is just the L y'all gotta hold. You can't try to change the subject every time it come up. And the crazy thing about it is that we wasn't even talking about American slavery per se.
Oh, yeah, he did. He qualified it. He said, I know you want to go back 200 years. Didn't he?
Yeah. But we wasn't even, that's what I'm saying. We were talking about it as being a rule of thumb in the Bible.
Right.
It's just being something that was accepted as practice.
I didn't catch that until you just mentioned it right now. But he did start off his statement with, I know you guys want to look at 200 years or something.
Yeah, you gotta you. That's what I'm saying. If I'm attacking the Christian worldview, then I have to go at the things that come along with the Christianity, faith, and the belief, right? Which is in the text, and the text is saying that this shit is okay. So if you want me to believe that this worldview is the best, then you're absolutely making the argument that slavery is okay, because that's a part of your Christian worldview. There's no way to get around that. And that's why when Fatty was like, I don't know if you stand here, I'm like, motherfucker. Like, what are you talking about? So you cool with slavery? What are you talking about? Like, no, we don't want slavery. Y'all know y'all don't want people fucking 14-year-old girls. It's a lot of shit in there y'all don't want. You ain't trying to have to sacrifice no cows and shit, put blood over your motherfucking dough to protect you from the ghouls and goblins at night. Like, you want tattoos? Bible
Man, I forgot. Now, Fatty had threw you the alley-oop, and I just knew you finna kick. I forgot what question it was. Fatty had threw you an alley-oop that was crazy, and you ain't take it. I was like, I forgot what it was. I was like, why the fuck I didn't take that shit?
That same thing that he tried to argue at the end when he was giving his take. But look, my man TK said this shit in the chat a few minutes ago. Let me see if I can find it real quick. TK, where is that? TK said, I know what he said, but I want to put it on screen too. Damn, TK, where is that? Motherfucker gone, nigga. What he said was,
oh, here
it is right here. Beans have too much integrity in these debates.
Yes, you do.
Listen, I don't want to have to lie to win.
Wait, who was debating? I thought Fatty and Grid was debating. You was debating?
I was debating.
He debated Glenn. Grid won, and Fatty and somebody else were the three judges.
All right, you debated Glenn. You should have crushed Glenn. I don't even know you, and you should have crushed Glenn. Is that what occurred?
He beat both of them. He beat Glenn and Grin. He was helping like a motherfucker. He was in the debate. I was like, what is he doing? I thought this was a 2-on-1.
Hell no.
He started off coming off the top rope on Beans. I was like, what the fuck going on? Tag me in. I
don't know what. No, that's why I had to stop watching it, because I was going to try to tag in on this shit.
Later up there. In all honesty, though, man, the fact of the matter is that Fatty said it was an uphill battle, right? He has an advantage. You can make this art. Most people subscribe to the religion, right? You can make the argument. You can make a presentation for the world practicing the better parts of the religion. But like I said, I'm not going to allow you to be dismissive of the bad parts. You know what I'm saying? We got to take those too, and look what that looks like for a vast. Well, maybe not is it a majority? Would it be applicable? Nah, not the majority. I don't think we the majority. But it would be very problematic for a lot of people, not to mention the selling of your kids and shit and all that. Like, I could have brung up all that shit, but I really wasn't trying to. That's what I'm saying.
I think that the mistake
when you go into these debates.
Hold on, see. Go ahead, Flo. I got you, T.
People make the mistake all the time of letting the using the Christian paradigm to debate the Christian paradigm, right? Instead of attacking the Christian worldview itself and as a starting point, I like to go at why would we think that this is God? And you can attack the validity of the information sources, right? It's like, okay, this is third hand knowledge at best over thousands of years, like third hand by a large degree. Right. And I'm supposed to believe that this is better in quality information than is my own experience, which is, by the way, attained through the experiences and senses that God gave me. God gave me eyeballs. Can you imagine how stupid you'd feel if you followed like a bad preacher and then you had to explain to God why he gave you eyes and ears and experiences just to believe some dumb shit from somebody else?
Yeah. Go ahead, UT. That's a good argument.
Yeah. But
that's actually a really good argument, though. Go ahead, UT.
What I was going to say, I'm looking at it like this the whole time. I felt like them judging it, they was judging from what they would have debated you on. They didn't judge you from what Glenn said. You get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking they going into the debate. They gonna listen to both of them.
They want to rehash their arguments that they didn't get the chance to say.
Exactly. And that's what they was doing the whole time. So I'm like, why are they asking him? Because Glenn wasn't even hitting these points. But right. The other dude in the judge, he was at Beanz the whole time. I'm like, you supposed to be judging. Why you talking so much? You supposed to be talking that much. And it was throwing me off. And now I kept on getting mad about it. I'm like, okay, what is the point? So at the end of this debate, how you gonna judge if you talking too much for this man? You already showing that you finna go with him.
Showing that you right, leaning one way. Yeah.
So I'm thinking they're gonna come in there. If you're gonna be a judge, you gotta come in there with an open mind. It don't matter if I like Beanz or not. Yeah, I want if Beanz saying some shitty ass lines, then he gonna lose at the end of the night. Yeah.
Oh God. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna sing a Christian song. Victory is mine. Victory today is mine.
Are you stupid?
I told Satan, get thee behind. Oh shit! This donut today is mine. This is my victory donut. Okay.
But shit, Beanz, I'm finna go and get in bed, man. I gotta get up in the morning. I just want to stop by and holler at you.
All right, bro. In a minute.
All right, man. Y'all be good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to see old Joe shut up down there in my restream. Because when I saw the topic, old Joe, I almost emailed you the link and then I got distracted by something else.
So, are you agnostic?
Yes.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, and I've had this
set up another debate, man. You versus somebody else.
You know what? I invited Andrew Wilson to come debate this exact thing, almost the exact same topic with me, without a mod. And he didn't accept. I mean, he responded to the email on 4th of July and said, "Okay, I've got time tonight at like 5 p.m. on the 4th of July." He's like, "I can do it tonight," and I was like, "Well, it's kind of busy. It'll work if you're okay starting late, like at midnight." And I never heard back from that. And then the next day, I was in the chat at Grid Ones actually, and he was on panel, and he said, "Let's do it right now." Like, man, like this, he said Grid will moderate, and I was like, I said, I'm not in a hurry. Just respond to my email whenever you have time. We'll do it on my channel. I have a little prep time. Not going to rush in. I said, I'm not in any hurry. And if, whatever. But so I don't think that he wants to do it. So I'm not going to push the deal anymore. But I have invited him to have that exact debate. So I'm down for it. I think this is an interesting topic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a debater, but I'm kind of a good arguer.
He was actually supposed to be in this debate. It was supposed to be a 2-on-2. Him and Glenn versus me and this guy named Witch Doctor. And for whatever reason, pulled out.
Yeah. Witch Doctor. I think I've met him. Anyways, and I it's not like Andrew owes me anything. And if I was his size, I don't know that I'd want to be dabbling around in the 3,000, 4,000 viewership too much anyways, but
that's deep. And I absolutely disagree with that. You know why?
Why?
Because in my opinion, this is where the real challenges are at.
Yeah,
right?
But your concerns are different at that level.
For
us, that can take priority. If you've got 100 or 120, whatever subs he's got, I don't think that you get to prioritize the quality or the depth of the debate anymore. You have a kind of a business to run. And if he comes to my channel and debates me and lose, he's got nothing but loss potential. He could lose. He could look stupid, but he's not going to gain subs. And and if he wins, he's basically where he started. He has nothing to gain. So I understand the strategic element, but
you still have to spar.
You got to spar, and and the reason that I've emailed him is because I've heard him kind of not brag, but talk about in his shows how he likes to go to smaller channels, and I've seen him around smaller channels. So, and I've debated this topic with Jim Bob on Jim Bob's channel twice.
Yeah, I think he may have a I think he may have like a what do they call it when you have the when they say that the quotas. I think he might have a minority quota, right? Like I saw him on one black panel ever.
You think he's got a DEI
right
ratio he needs to hit?
Yeah, it was a black guy that didn't have as many subs as I got either.
I'm the DEI higher on all the black panels that I go to, so that's why you all pay me the monthly, the monthly fee.
No, I saw him on this one black guy shout out. I was like, oh, well, I got a chance there. Right. So, and then when I reached out, I had never heard nothing back. We had this planned up. He pulled out. I'm like, yeah, this guy, he dresses the part. He looks like a person that doesn't like black people. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying he dresses the part. So I'm like, yeah, that was a quota meeting for him. He went over there and just hopped on that channel just so nobody can't say, we never seen you on a black panel before, right? Fresh and fit don't count because they ain't even black, right? So
I'm blacker than they are.
I would have to agree. I would absolutely have to agree. But I still want to see, I absolutely want to see you, because what's going to be so great about it is that you're not going to argue what I argue. You're going to argue from your own POV and perspective. So I would love to see you and another Christian in this same debate. We definitely need.
My answer is yes. And if you ever need a partner on the topic,
oh hell yeah, man, hell yeah! Like we could definitely get a 2-on-2 going, and I'll play the second fiddle and let you lead, and then just come in as an enforcement because they've seen me now, like especially if we do it right here over here in this space. Mm-hmm. So like let Fatty host it, and then we both air it on our channels. Man, listen, because honestly, the presentation that he put together is pretty good. It really is.
I didn't even see that. I didn't see it.
It takes care of everything. You know what I'm saying? Glenn has entertainment. It gives them that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Fatty's like
the whole thing from the moment he goes live.
Okay.
Right? Everything that he put together, it takes care of all elements. If you want to be entertained, it's there. You like music, it's there. You want to be prompted on what's going on in the show, it's there. Timers there, right? Everything, the layout for the debaters plus the judges there. Like everything is already set up and ready to go. And so definitely
he puts the work into that. And I thought it was good. Like as much as I know as a debater, it's annoying having the panel of judges and shit there interacting. I heard him talking to Glenn beforehand, setting this up. And I have to admit, like, he's taking care of the audience, right? that's the right fucking thing to do because his obligation is the audience.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's why I said, like, if anybody was to come to me like, yo, I'm gonna debate you, like, yo, okay, cool, let me holler at Fatty. Yo, set this up. You know what I'm saying? Because he's already worked it out, you know. There's no need to fuck with the shit that's already worked out, you know. So I really would like to see it. I don't know who else, you know, is besides Andrew. I mean, that's a bigger target, but it don't have to be him. I just would like to see it because
there's modern day debates.
I don't run into a lot of people who say they're agnostic, so I really feel lonely in the world as it pertains. You know what I'm saying? Right, like for real though. Like I count on one hand how many people I've actually met who said they were agnostic. Most people I've met, absolutely, you know, were religious, and then I met way more atheists than I have agnostic.
Well, yeah, because atheism I consider a religion as well, and religious people, it's like they have a hard time seeing that shade of gray or something, right? Like they want to put you in a box.
Yeah, I mean, for me, know what I like about the agnostic thing is that there's no ego involved. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's just everybody knows it's just the only honest response. It's the only one. No
ego involved.
Yes, old Joe, new agnosticism is on the rise.
I mean, listen, it makes that this is what I was saying to them. When Grid tried to make the argument to UT's point, he was arguing for Glenn. But when Grid tried to make the argument, like, well, you're saying that you're closed-minded, like you can't be convinced. I'm saying no. You can't convince me, right? As another human being, you don't have any information that I don't have, and I can't make my decision on whether or not God exists based on your experiences, right?
Right.
This has always been one of my issues with religion, right? Is that why the hell is God only talking to this one person at a time?
Yeah, especially if he loves all of us. Like,
right.
How bad is this fucking plan? Hey, we got to save all these souls. Fuck it, I'll leave a note on the fridge.
Right. It's just just yell it out, bro. Hey, yo, I exist. Okay, shit.
Right.
We all know he exists now, so it is what it is.
Oh, he told you.
Sorry
Okay, right.
Let me go apologize to all these people who I fucked over because I ain't trying to go to hell. Like, no, you want me to take this book that, by the way, was beaten into people who look like me, right?
I've seen the slave Bible,
the Egyptian Bible. I'm like, what the fuck does
that have to do? Well, the existence of slave Bibles also prove that this infallible word of God, like we can just rule out entirely this being the preserved word of God. God didn't protect it. Slave Bibles exist. They got them in museums. They're edited way the fuck up. Check.
Which is one of the arguments from. I don't want to lie on them. I think Muslims argue that one of the issues with the Bible is that it has been translated too many fucking times, and that it's been altered. That it's had books taken out of it.
Hard to argue with that.
Yeah, you got all this stuff that's missing. I've learned recently about the apocrypha, all of this different stuff like that. So, but they argued that the Quran hasn't been. And I always wonder, is that true, right? That it hasn't actually been changed, especially if it's been interpreted, right?
I mean, it has to have been like you can't. There's languages don't convert that perfectly.
Beanz, what you think about Michael Jordan? What about Michael Jordan?
Your hat, probably.
I think the Jordan 11s are the best gym shoe ever fucking made. I think that using the Bible to prove the Bible is like the police policing the police. Absolutely. Team Fatty in the building. He said, "Thank you for stopping by. Podcast will check your review to see if my judgment was correct or not. Open to the possibility to be wrong. Salute and thank you once again." Nah, thank you, man, for putting this together. Like I said, I'm really, really, really proud of you.
It's a good format, Fatty. I was just saying that just before you showed up. I was saying that the way that you got it set up really takes care of the audience. Is well done. And yeah, anytime. I look forward to debating.
We was just talking about that, Fatty. I was just saying he's also agnostic. So we need to find another person who supports the Christian worldview for him to debate. Because this is the great thing about it. Like I said, you're going to get completely different arguments. Right? It's not like they're going to say the same exact things that we said. They're going to say different things than what we said. The tempo will be different. Everything will be different. And the thing about this is the type of topic that can actually edify people. Mm-hmm. This is the type of topic that people can actually walk away from it better. It's not just mudslinging. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely, bro.
And I want to use, I'll have my prop handy so that anytime somebody tries to use the Bible to validate the Bible, I'll just hold this up.
Oh my God, bro. He motherfucker plugged into itself. Damn. See, I like to see more debates on this topic. I'm an atheist. I mean, listen, that should be the next one up too as well. Atheism versus religion. But you know, the truth of the matter is that I would prefer to see somebody that's not a Christian debate into the versus an atheist. I would prefer to see somebody that's like a Muslim, you know, or an omnist or something, because I want you to argue for the belief of God, not subscribing to all of the dogma of the religion.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But just okay, why? Because this is why one of the arguments I made against Glenn is that, to me, your specific religion of Christianity promotes delusion. You're asking people to believe things that you and I both know are impossible, like walking on water.
Virgin births. Only virgin there was Joseph.
Right. Shit. Right. Shit like that. Right. Like all of these different things that you want me to believe. And it's unnecessary, really, if you look at the actual principles. And you know, people like to say the Bible stands for basic instructions before leaving earth, right? So yes, when Ephesians 6 says, you know, the obey your mother and your father, that's cool. Love your wife like Christ loved the church. Okay, got you. Obey your husbands and submit to them. My man, rocking with that, you know. Proverbs 31, Psalms, all of these different scriptures that are great guides to living a healthy life, none of which require you to believe in God. And not one of them. You see what I'm saying? So that's the whole point. And if I can take all of this shit out and throw the rest of this God and all the other shit that you're talking about away, then that absolutely excludes the necessity for your belief. Your belief is fucking unnecessary. It is irrelevant.
I think it's counterproductive. Not only is it unnecessary, I think the Bible's an idol. They treat it as God. And was it? Oh, so have you heard? I'm making an argument for why there's no such thing as a good cop, and that is that you're a moral prostitute, right? You, when for some money, inflict violence on people that you don't. You know, cops know that a lot of these people aren't doing anything wrong, right? They're initiating violence against people, and that makes you a moral prostitute. Well, the same applies to everybody who's religious. If you defer your moral judgment to a book or a preacher or whatever, you're selling out your own moral agency. And so you actually can't be moral.
Say it one more time.
If your morality is built on obeying an external authority, you don't have morality. You have the only moral decision you've made is to not engage your own moral agency. You've deferred it and refused to engage that way. Now Christians say that they don't, and they pass it off as humility. Well, I don't think I know everything. I follow God. No, you made the fucking decision. This is your decision to follow their decision every time. You cannot get away from that. So what you really have is moral prostitution.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't make that argument exactly, but I specifically said that because Glenn was trying to argue that from the agnostic point of view, I have no moral foundation, right? And I'm like, well, yeah, if I was born a man, but I'm not born a man, I'm born a child, right? So before I ever become a man, nobody would ever have to put a book in front of me. Nobody would ever have to say anything to me about God or any of that. If the people around me said no, yes, that's not right, that's okay, you can do that, you can't do that, that in itself would be the beginning of my moral foundation. And then my own experiences when I start going out into the world, into kindergarten, first grade, all through grammar school, middle school, high school, colleges, until I become an adult. I'm going to have these experiences that also shape that. And some of that is going to come by how people treat me and make me feel, and how I treat other people and how they react to me, right? All of this can be done and shape my moral compass when I become an adult without ever having to know anything about religion at all or God at all. And that's why I went, and I didn't say it that extensively because I didn't think I had to, but it's like my pal TK said, I debate with too much morality, not morality, but too much integrity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, even when I had last week, I had the second in charge over the debate department of the University of Louisville here in Kentucky. I had her on my panel, and she said, listen, the point of a debate is to win. Like, it is what it is. Like, you're gonna manipulate facts, you're gonna twist shit, this and that. I'm like, don't say that to me. You're ruining my opinion of the I'm crying and shit. Like, no, it's supposed to be about winning. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, you want to win, but I want to be able to just win with the truth, right? Because we're not having debates about which came first, the chicken or the egg, right? This is in itself ethics and morality. Am I right? Talking about this and how
it's what, say that again?
What your morality is?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I see what. So that's kind of a paradigm, though, isn't it? Because if you know that you can compromise the integrity of the message that could be important, and lose to the most people, or you could sell some of it off and appeal to the most people. I don't know. It's a paradigm. The fact of the matter is that most people. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna.
I wanted to. Well, we was just ending the show. Fatty was giving his take. He said, I think podcast agrees with me. Most people are dumb.
Oh. Or maybe
I say stupid. I don't like saying dumb.
I'm gonna say lazy or indifferent. Right? Really, I think people, everybody, I think, has the capacity to understand the points made. They just, people want the easy thing. That's why everybody who swears they know for sure the truth about God, they just fell right into the one they were born into.
Right. Absolutely.
You were born in this club. You're staying in this club, and you're not interested in the God thing at all. It's like a sports. It's like being a fucking Chiefs fan or something, right? They even got little slogans. God is good. Like
right. And then in the black church, they say God is good all the time, and all the time, God is good. Oh, yeah. Motherfucker, you can't say that. You're making the argument, right, that you're giving God credit for everything good. But God says, Isaiah 45:7, I create good and evil. God do all these things, right? So that's what I'm saying. When people, I actually made this argument to Glenn, is that even the people that's doing bad, evil, however you want to call it, are serving God's will. It is his will that these things happen. You can't say it's his will that the good happens and not his will that the bad happens when he created it all. There is an expectation there. If you are looking forward to the prophecies of the Bible coming to pass, which as a Christian you have to be. So whatever that is, fathers, sons against fathers, daughters against mothers, famines, plagues, all this other shit that it talks about is going to happen. You absolutely have to be looking forward to that coming. You have to want that to happen. There's no reason for you to pray against it. People say all the time, we praying for why?
It's kind of a weird paradigm though, where this is the only thing that I know of where you've been saved already. It's done, taken care of. But we're waiting to be saved.
Mm-hmm. Well,
like you would think that this could have been taken care of in one swoop, I guess.
By somebody who's omnipotent.
By Jesus, yeah, exactly. But if you're omnipotent, this wouldn't have needed to happen in the first place.
Hey, even Thanos got a glove. Right? I mean, if Thanos could do it with a snap, what the fuck should God be capable of, right? Like
probably something easier than killing my son self.
That part, right? It's the whole I'm sending you on a suicide mission. Right? Like you me, but somehow you're not me. But when you get there, you're gonna go through all of this bullshit. Not to mention the missing 18 years, right? That's problematic in itself for me, always has been. But when you get there, you're gonna have to die, right?
But like not really die, just
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's the all powerful. What the fuck? Like, and this is what I'm saying. Your religion is causing people to have to believe that type of stupid shit that don't make any sense, and then accept it as God moving in mysterious ways. But yet, I believe it was 1 Corinthians 14:33. God is not the author of confusion. So the only way for me to not be confused is to just accept the delusional shit. That is insane to me, right? Like, so yeah. No, show me the religion that says, listen, from a deist, I told him this, from a deistic point of view, you're trying to support the theistic point of view. From a deistic point of view, God created the heaven and earth, all this other shit, right? And now he moved on. Right? Like he chilling somewhere. He like, damn, why I created all this dumb shit. He just gone. He not involved in the affairs of mankind. Okay, now you're going to make more sense. If you argue from that point of view, I think then you can make the argument that still would be a better worldview. Because even though Fatty said he disagreed with me, you can't tell me that all of this shit that's in the Bible that you're not supposed to do, and everybody doing it. Even the ones who swept down they Christians. LGBT has co-opted Christianity at this point. They got churches, they got pastors, they got everything. So everybody is foregoing the rules of the Bible. And yet somehow you think that the reason why there's more control. No. The law is the reason why there's more control. The fact that people don't want to go to jail, I guarantee you people are more afraid to go to jail than they are to go to hell.
I am.
Right. Right. People are more afraid to go to jail than
I can tell you that jail is real and it does suck.
Facts. Facts. Right. I can absolutely confirm it for you that it's real and that it sucks. Right. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. They are way more afraid of that, and their choices prove it. That's why most of the things that people do, right, go against the Bible's laws, then go against the man's laws. People will have promiscuous sex and all of this other stuff and commit adultery and fornication and tattoo all over their body and sleep in the bed with their husband when they're on their period. All this stuff you're not supposed to do according to the Bible. People will do all of that. Most people ain't committing murder. Most people ain't selling drugs. Most people ain't doing the things that's going to get them a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 life in prison. The thing that most people probably do is speed, right?
That's even more than I do anymore.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like most people not breaking man's laws, they don't want that smoke. They know they know that punishment is real.
So, good segue for me. Do you know Joe Cool, who was just here with me?
I don't.
Okay. Well, he's got a channel. He's a cop watcher, and so he's in town right now. So we're gonna go try to poke the bear with some sticks, and do a little cop watching. So I'm about to get out of here, but I would like this is good shit. Yeah. I also feel like I'm not alone anymore.
Right, I got you.
But, to everybody watching on my end, I'm gonna drop the link over here again because you don't have redirect set up, so I can't raid you with my audience right now.
I don't even know how to do that. Yeah. I don't even know what it is.
But I am gonna drop the link before I go. And but good shit. We'll have to talk about this.
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, you know what? Listen, everybody, if you would come over, give me a subscription. I got a pretty dope channel, man, and we need to get Flo over here more often too. Because, man, listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to raise the intellectual standard. And this is a very hard thing to do.
So were you a debater?
You can meet it. You got to try to collab with them as much as you can because some of
you
don't think.
Did you debate? Were you a debater when you were younger or in school?
Oh, no. I only did it in college a couple of times, and that was pretty much it. My speech teacher was the one, like the final assignment for the class was you either write an essay or you do the debate days. And so I was going to write the speech, and she semi-pleaded with me to do the debate. She just really wanted me to do it. She thought I would be good at it. I don't know. And then I did it, and I was like, yo, I love this shit. Like, yo, I love this shit. Because I knew I could write. I've always been a dope writer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But my channel, you have 35 seconds to click the link I just put before I drop my stream.
Yep. I definitely have grown very fond of it. But there's the Andrew Wilson debate style thing where you're playing by every single rule of debate. He
plays the whole field, and yeah, and that's why when I invited him, I said no moderator.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Take the gloves off then. Take the gloves off.
There's zero part of me like because if you don't have a moderator, you can't ram them out of bounds, right? If you don't have a moderator, or I don't know how I've just said that. If without a moderator, we can figure out how to discuss this back and forth.
Absolutely.
And if we can't figure it out, it'll be obvious who is flipping over the game board. Absolutely. But when you do have the moderator, you can kind of bounce off of that, off the ropes. All right. Hey, we're going to go, antagonize cops. Thanks for having me on. We'll talk again. Salutes to both chats.
I